Yeah, I agree with that. Just a second while I post the next series of links. Okay, I've got the current stream link posted on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, and my website. You know, that tends to be a problem with relatives. Is that um, you learn by example, and if you're not careful and not determined, you can follow in their footsteps. That may be good, that may be bad. Yeah, I sent you an invite directly because I wanted to continue our conversation. So why didn't you follow up on that scholarship offer? The problem with saying you don't want a lot is the fact that you're thinking for now. You're not thinking, say, 50 years from now. When you're planning your life, you've got to plan for the long term, not just the moment. You know, when I feel trapped, I mean, if your life sucks, change it. If the universe bites, move. Well, you're over 18. I mean, when I was 20, I basically broke all contact with my family. I mean, I've been living on my own since I was 16. And being an Asperger's type personality, I don't suffer fools handily, and most of my relatives are morons. I mean, they're worse than fools. Well, that's easy to, remedy. I mean, you can get a duplicate copy of your birth certificate and social security card. I mean, well, you can get your social security card just by walking into any social security office. Your birth certificate, you'd need to file with, send a letter into the state to get that, copied. But if you have an ID card, you can just, go to the state and get another copy of your ID card, and you can get that to, help replace your social security card. I haven't seen or used my birth certificate in over 20 years. Now you're staying with your boyfriend's family or yours? Only if you, work for it. If you just let life run, rock shot over you, you're just going to be stuck in a rut. The universe only helps those who help themselves. So, have you been doing any job hunting lately? Have you ever worked through temporary service? I know that, there's day labor places and temp agencies where you can get work fairly readily. You don't have to settle for a permanent job. You can just work during the hours and days that you want. I spent most of my adult life, doing electronic assembly mostly through temporary agencies. I'd work at one company for a few months, and we'd finish up the job, and then I'd change to another company and work someplace else. Sometimes I was working two or three different jobs at the same time. You mean a driver's license or identification? You can easily get identification, and that's all that's required for most of the temp agencies and day labor places. Now, I've almost never driven, and driving just limits the jobs that you can get. It's not going to prevent you from actually getting a job. If you can get to and from the work site. What kind of job are you trying to get through them? Most temporary agencies, you register with a temporary agency. They'll test you to see what your skills are or what kind of job, whether you're a general labor job or doing clerical or whatever. And then you have to call them every day to see if any new jobs have come in. You can't wait for them to call you. You've got to regularly keep checking in with them. The day labor places like Labor Ready and Labor World. Basically, show up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's basically first come, first serve. They'll assign you, for whatever work comes in. Yeah, the advantage of the day labor places is you get paid the same day you work. You don't have to wait, a week or two to get paid. You should also check for odd jobs on sites like Craigslist and TaskRabbit. Right. That's good. What kind of company? Yeah. You can get a lot of those kinds of jobs off of Craigslist just under the domestic services. Yeah. Whenever this stream ends, I'm gonna crash for a bit. 3 hours later. It's 7:10 p.m. here, so it must be after 10 o'clock your time. As you can see by looking out my window, it's still daylight here. I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning. Just looking to see how many people came to, my website today. 14 people visited thenewsbubble.com today. Yesterday, 27 people did. Average about 30 a day. Let's see, last month, there's 602. So far this month, it's been a lot higher. There's 271. I'm hoping that having a live stream on the site will help drive a lot more traffic. But a lot of these guys are coming in from, let's see, Kiev, Australia, Beijing, China, Long Island, City, U.S., Shanghai, China, Middletown, U.S., Moscow, Russia, Lviv, Australia, Wilmington, U.S., Mountain View, U.S., Beijing, China. Just looking where some of my traffic's coming from. There's a website called the News Blaster. I'm going to search for the news bubble. No, I want a Google search. Trying to find out where there's different links and stuff. Most of the, when I search for the newsbubble.com or for the news bubble, most of the links lead to my different, YouTube videos. North Korea and the news bubble. But I chose the name thenewsbubble.com because it's being in a bubble and a news bubble is a common term reference, being in the know. So a lot of the traffic that I get is actually, traffic from people doing search for news and bubble and or bubble. Popping the news bubble. Or from articles like that. How to break out of the news bubble. Being caught in the news bubble means that you're basically, the news is being local and it's not spreading. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close down the chat now.